wants to join. And what that's led to now is Besiktas fans taking to social media to try to convince Jadon Sancho to join the club. They've left more than 5 million comments under his most recent Instagram post. Now, Besiktas are managed by Ole Gunnar Solskjaer, who brought Jadon Sancho to Manchester United from Borussia Dortmund for around £72 million back in 2021. Borussia Dortmund remain interested in signing him once again, but there's no agreement there. There are a number of clubs in Italy and Saudi Arabia who are monitoring the situation, but United would love to do a permanent deal for Sancho, though the possibility of a loan with an obligation to buy, that can't be ruled out at this stage.
Rob, do you think a move to play under his old manager, Ole Gunnar Solskjaer, would be a good one for him at this stage? Or do you think he might be thinking, well, maybe I've got something to offer, with no offence, of course, to Besiktas or the Turkish league, but maybe one of the stronger leagues in Europe, Italian league or Spanish league or German league?
Listen, I think the Turkish league is very strong, very competitive. But if I'm in Jadon Sancho's shoes, for me, I think it's a summer that you've got to really analyse and take a look inwards. Where am I right now with my career? Have I progressed? Did I progress going out on loan at Chelsea? I think he's going to have to give up and sacrifice a little bit, maybe contract-wise, but he needs to get out of Manchester United, that's for sure. But I think he needs to have a look and think, now I need to go somewhere where I need to play. It's a World Cup year. He's got the potential. He's a very good player. He's got so much ability. Now it's about picking the right club. Go and have the discussions, but go to a place where you're going to play. Is somewhere like Borussia Dortmund, where clearly he loves and he enjoys and he's played well. You've got to have a look at the options that puts you in the best position.
We have some important points. Luis Enrique speaks in press conference and says, it's my decision. I decided to exclude Donnarumma from the squad, so the coach takes his own responsibility, but it's also important to say that Donnarumma makes a statement. Very sad, very disappointed by Paris Saint-Germain, Gigio said. I told you, Donnarumma is going to react, and here you have it. And also, his agent spoke, and is Enzo Raiola, who says we're going to consider something with our legal team, and that's a really big statement, but also saying Paris Saint-Germain, we were close to agreeing a new contract, Donnarumma was ready to reduce his salary, and then out of nowhere they've changed the plan for Gianluigi. So basically the relationship is completely broken, but the agent of Donnarumma also says Premier League is the most likely destination because of the financial request made by Paris Saint-Germain. What's this financial request? Raiola, the agent of Donnarumma, also said at some point they are asking for crazy money. So they always talk about respect from PSG, but in this case it's just about the money, says Raiola. What's the request? My understanding is that on Monday night PSG and Man City spoke about Donnarumma's story, and the request from Paris Saint-Germain was 50 million euros. Obviously this is impossible to get. Man City are interested in Donnarumma if Ederson leaves. Only if Ederson leaves. Galatasaray are keen on Ederson, so let's follow that situation, Ederson-Galatasaray. But if Ederson leaves, Donnarumma could be an option for PSG. The contract is not a problem, from what I understand. It's not fully completed yet, the agreement, but it's not a problem. Donnarumma is open to joining Manchester City, wants to play Champions League, wants to play for Pep Guardiola if they can, so Donnarumma is open. Now depends on the clubs, but first point, City will never pay 50, so the price has to be reduced. And second point, Ederson has to go. So let's see what's going to happen there. At the moment, still no movement from Manchester United. Many questions about that one, but guys, I know we had many rumors on this. I told you, Chelsea not in the race for Donnarumma, and at the moment, as of today, no movement from United. Let's see what's going to happen. On Manchester United, guys, contacts continue for Carlos Baleba. Today, Man United spoke again to the agents of the player. They are prepared to try understand how much Brighton want. So this week, I expect Manchester United to try understand the situation directly with Brighton, and let's see what's going to happen there. But Baleba remains a topic at United. They are still not moving on another midfielder, and it means that Manchester United maintain the contacts active for Baleba and also try to understand if they can really make it happen, or if it's going to be impossible because Brighton still have no intention to reduce their price tag. Then guys, to complete on the Manchester side, something also to say on the strikers is on Rasmus Højlund. Rasmus Højlund at the moment is still not giving any final decision, like, okay, I'm leaving, but he starts to open the doors to a potential exit in this summer transfer window. So slowly getting there. Obviously, I'm told that this deal is not something expected to happen very quick, so not something expected to happen tomorrow or on Friday. Forget about that. There is still work to do. But Milan and Man United are talking on a loan deal, 6 million euros, loan fee, salary covered, and a buy option clause around 40-45 million euros. But also they need to reach an agreement with the player on the eventual contract, because if it's going to be a loan with buy option, if they sign the player in 2026, the contract has to be ready. So there is still work to do. What I can tell you is that today talks took place between the agents of Højlund and Milan, so talks are ongoing, and the expectation for Rasmus Højlund to go and leave Manchester United this summer remain absolutely valid. The player, inside his mentality and his view, still wants to fight for a place at Manchester United. But what I'm told is that Man United are being clear with Højlund. They want him to go. And so, Milan is an option. Leipzig wanted him in the Šeško deal. Was not possible. Let's see if they revisit their interest. But for sure, Højlund is expected to be one of the names of this final 17, I think, days to the end of the summer transfer.
Carlos Baleba is reportedly eager to make the move to Manchester United in the 2025-2026 season. The talented midfielder, currently seen as one of the most promising young players in Europe, is believed to be highly interested in the project being built at Old Trafford under Ruben Amorim. Sources close to the player suggest Baleba is attracted by the idea of playing in the Premier League and developing his game alongside stars like Bruno Fernandes and Casemiro. United, who are actively searching for reinforcements in midfield, have been monitoring Baleba for months and view him as a player capable of adding energy, physical presence, and technical quality to the squad. While no formal agreement has been reached yet, the player's openness to the move could play a key role in negotiations. The Red Devils are expected to step up talks with his representatives and current club in the coming weeks, aiming to secure a deal before the transfer window closes.